Hello everyone, hello. Been missing me? No way, I'm not gonna believe that shit at all, cause I know you've been just too happy without me and not in on your years, just had your precious time to think about, to ponder on something meaningful part about my ramblings and my voice speaking and just now stopping mode I should say, and that's just the way as it goes and I tell you what if I tell you some story for tonight, some good night story? I'm kidding, it's not gonna be like good night story, it's kinda like horrifying one, just literally I'm telling you. In all honesty, I'm not just about to pull a punch here or understate some style being pitched here, but this particular video shoot is gonna be something, because I'm gonna tell the story that I heard recently on the news channel on CNN, on some I only follow CNN those days, and then my first native language derived her news channel, then CNN again, and the story repeatedly was just there on those news sources, internet sources, and that was just something I'm gonna tell you. And actually, some soccer team planned and did those peeps. They went on a hike and they decided just arbitrarily maybe to visit some cave, like unknown cave, and they descended there and they proceeded on their way and they followed further on that tunnel, that cave, and they got interrupted in that cave because there was like flood or just some mishaps occurred for no reason why, and they've been blocked there in that cave, and they just decided to the only way to survive just on their thinking was just to proceed further in that cave, and they descended further on and they got lost. They had no idea what way to follow to find their way out, and they didn't find their way out, and they're just kind of like they're being trapped just right now, as I'm aware. Maybe I didn't follow recent news actually. Maybe the rescue operation is under the way right now, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna check on completion of this rambling session of mine on this channel here, and maybe just to, I don't know what occurred to their minds, to their coach's mind I should say, to that extent that he decided to risk all their lives to just make that mindless and just to journey into that cave. Just he might be even harebrained in a way or not thinking in the right way. I mean, who cares what's been on his mind when he decided himself to make that action and undertake that risky trip into those deeps of this cave, and they get lost and they're blocked there. The only people who arrived there were two rescuers. They're actually scuba divers, and they proceeded to those deeps in the corridors and tunnels of that cave. They reached the distance about 5 kilometers, and they reached the people that got entrapped in that cave, and they reached and they promised to deliver some help from outside. It's like it goes without saying that help should arrive from outside. They have no one in that cave to help them except people who are out of that, who are out or on the outer space out of the cave. I mean, and the plans were like these. The first plan was to drill the tunnel from the very top of that pinnacle, that mountain, that where that cave is situated beneath, and the plan actually didn't work for some reason because of not being able to drill that tunnel, or that operation could took too many steps to follow and complicate all the issues as for those plans how to rescue those people trapped there. And the second plan was actually to send the rescuers and to explore the space, the inner space of that cave. That's been done already. Those peeps arrived, rescuers, scuba divers, they arrived and they estimated just the location, the whole mood and the parameters that all this activity happens around, you know what I'm saying? And they make their judgments, they come with their decisions. They reportedly they say that it's gonna follow the second plan, like to provide all those soccer team players to with their possibility to follow the way out of the cave and being equipped with scuba diving gear and equipment, and we in the company of those scuba dive rescuers, and we'll see how it goes, how it materializes. I keep my mind open for those news, and I beg God to provide all those people with their facilitation procedures to facilitate their way out and to facilitate all their efforts as for trying to help themselves while trying to help themselves. Give me a second here, I'll be back just right now. Oh my, you'll not believe this. I'm not gonna tell you what's happened just right now. My neighbors down there on the third floor, they just making those noises, horrifying ones, like or something tries to clear his throat and simultaneously try to just to sniff and cough and clear throat, but all those sounds that go simultaneously. You cannot imagine. You can imagine yourself how horrifying that noise might be, and how thanks God you haven't heard that sound. Maybe you heard on the background this narration of mine, and I lost fucking track of this story. I lost, but I'm back on my track, and what I'm gonna tell you as for to be like continuation, this horrifying story never go into unknown caves. It goes for the first thing. For the second thing goes never follow anyone else's advice as for without being aware that that's the thing that you've been told is safe completely for you and for your activities, and it brings no danger for you, and was gonna be for the third thing. Never ever do risky activities without taking into account different possibilities or implications and some urgent cases that might occur while following those risky procedures, like descending into an unknown cave, like stepping onto some unknown location without being aware was in that place, was in that location, what might be your consequences about being in that place. And only if you want to finalize all those three standpoints, I would finalize like this: do only things that you're confident about it, and only those ones that bring you natural, like ingrained and full and innate understanding that you're on the right track, and judge 3 times and cut 1 time, as our saying, my first native language. It happens to be Russian. The second one is my English, beloved American version of English language. I'm trying to emulate and trying to do, and I'm still learning, doing my current efforts of just trying to speak fluently in English without any side thoughts, any fucking permit things in my mind, and I just speak. I'm breathing my English, and I'm inhaling and I'm exhaling it, and I'm just making moves of my mouth, my tongue, and my lips, and my eyes, my facial expressions, my gestures, my palm position, my ears position, my, I don't know, maybe my weird face or expression, whatever. All of those things are related to trying to copy native speakers of English for the United States of America from that location that I try to sound like and to be like in terms of how I learn. I'm not learning my English, I'm following it. How I follow my English, how I do my English related stuff. And thanks for your attention. It's been my story and what I'm gonna tell you. I hope all those guys who interrupt they're already at freedom, they're already just to released from that horrible situation that they had been previously. I'm all on it, and I'm gonna even maybe inform in my not second, but uncommon episode how it turned out finally about this story. Thanks for attention, for attendance in my life, for following my channel, subscribing, unsubscribing, doing whatever would be wanted to follow your own activities, regardless of whether you follow this channel, whether you don't follow this channel. And I'm happy with all those things being in your lives. And that's been Alex following some and familiarizing with some enlightening, maybe some not so enlightening things that you might follow in this video shoot of tonight. And pleasure, and have a nice one, and see you in my next episode as soon as I release the new one. Thanks again, and follow my channel. See you all until once. See you soon. Bye.